Sakal Gunaarnavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam.
This form, the second manifestation of the Purush, is the source and indestructible seed of multifarious incarnations within the universe. From the particles and portions of this form, different living entities like demigods, men and others are created. The Purus, after creating innumerable universes in the Mahat Tattva, entered in each of them as the second Purusa, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. When he saw that within the universe there was only darkness and space, without a resting place, he filled half of the universe with water from his own perspiration and laid himself down on the same water. This water is called Garbhodak. Then from his navel the stem of the lotus flower sprouted, and on the flower petals the birth of Brahma, or the master engineer of the universal plan, took place. Brahma became the engineer of the universe, and the Lord himself took charge of the maintenance of the universe as Vishnu. Brahma was generated from Rajoguna of Prakriti, or the mode of passion in nature, and Vishnu became the Lord of the mode of goodness. Vishnu, being transcendental to all the modes, is always aloof from materialistic affection. This has already been explained. From Brahma there is Rudra, Shiva, who is in charge of the mode of ignorance or darkness. He destroys the whole creation by the will of the Lord. Therefore all three, namely Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, are incarnations of the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. From Brahma, the other demigods like Daksha, Marichi, Manu and many others become incarnated to generate living entities within the universe. This Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is glorified in the Vedas in the hymns of Garbha-stuti, which begin with the description of the Lord as having thousands of heads, etc. The Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is the Lord of the universe, and although he appears to be lying within the universe, he is always transcendental. This also has already been explained. The Vishnu, who is the plenary portion of the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, is the supersoul of the universal life, and he is known as the maintainer of the universe, or Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. So the three features of the original Purusha are thus understood. And all the incarnations within the universe are emanations from this Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. In different millennia there are different incarnations, and they are innumerable, although some of them are very prominent, such as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Ram, Nrsimha, Vaman, and many others. These incarnations are called Leela incarnations. Then there are qualitative incarnations such as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, or Rudra, who take charge of the different modes of material nature. Lord Vishnu is non-different from the personality of Godhead. Lord Shiva is in the marginal position between the personality of Godhead and the living entities, or jivs. Brahma is always a jiv tattva. The highest pious living being, or the greatest devotee of the Lord, is empowered with the potency of the Lord for creation, and he is called Brahma. His power is like the power of the sun reflected in valuable stones and jewels. When there is no such living being to take charge of the post of Brahma, the Lord himself becomes a Brahma and takes charge of the post. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living being. He is the plenary portion of the Lord, but because Lord Shiva is in direct touch with material nature, he is not exactly in the same transcendental position as Lord Vishnu. The difference is like that between milk and curd. Curd is nothing but milk, and yet it cannot be used in place of milk. The next incarnations are the Manyas. Within 1 day's duration of the life of Brahma, which is calculated by our solar year as 43 lakh into 1,000 years, there are 14 Manas. Therefore, there are 420 Manas in 1 month of Brahma, and 5,040 Manas in 1 year of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years of his age, and therefore there are 5,040 into 100 or 50 lakh 4,000 Manus in the duration of Brahma's life. There are innumerable universes, with 1 Brahma in each of them, and all of them are created and annihilated during the breathing time of the Purush. Therefore, one can simply imagine how many millions of Manas there are during 1 breath of the Purush. The Manas who are prominent within this universe are as follows. Yajna as Svayambhuv Manu, Vibhu as Svarochisha Manu, Satyasena as Uttama Manu, Hari as Tamasa Manu, Vaikuntha as Raivata Manu, Ajita as Kakshush Manu, Vaman as Vivasvat Manu, the present age is under the Vivasvata Manu, Sarvabhauma as Sarvani Manu, Rishabh as Daksha Savani Manu, Vishvaksana as Brahma Savani Manu, Dharmasetu as Dharma Savani Manu, Sudham as Rudra Savani Manu, Yogeshvara as Deva Savani Manu, and Brihadbhanu as Indra Savani Manu. These are the names of one set of 14 Manus covering 4,300,000,000 solar years as described above. Then there are the Yugavataras, or the incarnations of the millennia. The Yugas are known as Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. The incarnations of each Yuga are of different colour. The colours are white, red, black, and yellow. In the Dvapar Yuga, Lord Krishna in black colour appeared, and in the Kali Yuga, Lord Caitanya in yellow colour appeared. So all the incarnations of the Lord are mentioned in the revealed scriptures. There is no scope for an impostor to become an incarnation, for an incarnation must be mentioned in the Shastras. An incarnation does not declare himself to be an incarnation of the Lord, but great sages agree by the symptoms mentioned in the revealed scriptures. The features of the incarnation and the particular type of mission which he has to execute are mentioned in the revealed scriptures. Apart from the direct incarnations, there are innumerable empowered incarnations. They are also mentioned in the revealed scriptures. Such incarnations are directly as well as indirectly empowered. When they are directly empowered, they are called incarnations, but when they are indirectly empowered, they are called vibhutis. Directly empowered incarnations are the Kumaras, Narad, Prithu, Shesha, Anant, etc. As far as vibhutis are concerned, they are very explicitly described in the Bhagavad Gita in the Vibhuti Yoga chapter. And for all these different types of incarnations, the fountainhead is the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu.